Let's do it.
So-
I have a lot on my plate this episode.
You always do, and I'm sorry for that.
I have 4 things on my agenda.
It's a lot.
I have
It's almost a handful.
We're going to get to some Spotify reviews.
Okay.
Got update on the True Crime Cruise. We're going to do some shout outs to some new subscribers. And I will be, last episode, I touched on, I guess, how blind people wipe after going to the bathroom.
I think they do it. They wipe the same as the rest of us.
They do wipe the same, but how do you know it's done? Because as you know, we all just kind of, okay. Put it back. So we'll do all of
What?
that.
Like, this is a black and white kind of situation.
Well, some say brown and white, but yeah, I get if it's black and white, you see a doctor immediately.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you wipe until the tissue is clean.
So, do you know? Do you have answers?
They use a tactile response, meaning that they feel, right? So without looking at the paper, they can feel as they're wiping the difference in glide texture.
No, that's not accurate. It's not as accurate as you want it to be, that's for sure.
One blind guy said that I do not even touch the spot with my hand. So they just wipe and then they can feel once it's more grippy, I guess. When it's paper to bottle directly, it's more grippy.
Wait, you have sources?
Well, the guy on the internet, a blind guy on the internet. Your sources? Yes, I went to CNIB and I'm like, although would you like to volunteer? Yes. I just have a quick question though. Is it about volunteering?
They're like, you know what? We've actually been wondering the same thing. It's all the people at the clinic are just like, you know what? We're going to let him go.
God, we've all been
let him
thinking
go.
about it. Yeah, so that's how they do it. They just wipe and then they can feel, they can sense it once because I guess it's streaky, right?
I don't love that answer.
Yeah, I don't even really pay attention to the sensation and the feel. We just take for granted so much that we can see the end result.
We do take that for granted. And
Right?
I think that's the main thing that we're going to take away from today is
yes.
Stop taking that kind of stuff for granted.
Yeah, live your life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Live your
Don't take
life
it for
and just
granted.
realize how blessed you truly are.
That's right. All right, we got that. Oh, Spotify reviews?
Or comments, right? It's comments, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me amend my list. Comments.
Sorry. Such an asshole.
This is from the case of Tanya Head. She was that lying piece of shit.
Oh, I know.
About 9/11.
Uh-huh.
Lied about being a survivor and
Lied about her name. It wasn't even Tanya. It was Alicia.
Infiltrated survivor support networks, like visited Ground Zero with survivors and was like, quote, inconsolable. Like that's
made her
disgusting.
story worse than theirs and
yeah.
made them comfort her.
Mm-hmm. This is from Hutchinson 1. G'day, Lynn and Matt.
Oh.
Fair dunkum, you two dead set legends.
Is he Australian?
I'm assuming. This is g'day.
Oh, God.
I absolutely love the podcast. Keep up the ripper work and the butte banter. I always take something away from each episode that I choose from, and I use. Sorry, let me start that over. I always take something away from each episode that I choose to use in my everyday vocabulary.
That's terrible. Don't do that.
So I just finished listening to the case of Tanya Head. My big takeaway: the shape of your finger, baby carrot, big carrot, a hearty knuckle. 5 Toblerones in your pocket. Tickled my funny bone hard. Thank you, you two brilliant peeps.
I have no idea what those things mean.
I can only assume we were maybe talking about P. Diddy's penis in that Tootsie Roll. I would think. Pug Mom says, I hate this phrase, but it's giving me Munchausen vibes. That is a great point.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
It's
that's
almost
what it is,
identical.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost identical. It's just faking something to make people feel bad for you.
And getting attention. This is from Tara. This is wild. My great aunt was supposed to be in the Pentagon that day.
Holy
She
shit.
slept in and was running late. As she was preparing herself something to eat, she was watching the news and her ceiling fan started violently shaking. She opened the door and saw and smelt smoke.
Oh my God.
When we finally got a hold of her, she indicated that she was supposed to be on the left of the hole, the left side of the hole. September 11th will ever be stuck in my head. That's there was another one.
Divine intervention.
Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy was supposed to be on one of those planes.
Really?
Yeah. He missed his flight.
There's so many voices we wouldn't know.
And they all sound like Stewie. Christina says, I'm in England. We were working nights, so we were home during the day. We had a news channel on. Never had a news channel on during the day. I remember just watching it confused, watching people realizing that it wasn't just dust. Those were buildings.
That is the most horrific thing when you see all the papers and everything.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my God, that one thing was not a paper.
Yeah. And it's just, and she says, Christina says, if you want to feel better, look into the man with the red bandana.
We did.
Restores the faith in humanity that this, okay, wait. Let me just try this again. Restores the faith in humanity this bitch destroyed. This bitch being Tanya, not Lynn.
I mean, some would argue I brought it up.
Right? She's shocking and disrespectful, says Nella's 88. And Mamem says, Mallorca is spelled, or is pronounced Majorca. Love y'all. I'm not sure what that refers to, but we appreciate it.
It is where Tanya, Alicia, Phony Baloney lived in Spain.
Oh, good pull.
But you know what? We're now covering part 2 of Karen Reid. And I think we've done 150 plus episodes of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
So many of them have taken place in a certain state, which I've never been able to say. And when I try, it comes out rather offensively. But I would like to say that while I may not have Mallorca down just yet,
Yeah.
I've been practicing Massachusetts.
That's A1.
Okay. Is that, you have Patreon?
I want to thank a couple of Patreons for signing up. By the way, go to our Patreon site. If you want to sign up, we definitely encourage that. You get some extra bonuses as well, some early access to episodes. We do some longer episodes. And I think the biggest thing is when you get the early episodes, it's great for all of them. But when we do like a beefy, like a fat part 2,
it's
two-parter.
Yep. It's right there, ready for you to. And that's when I listen to a multi-parter, that is the one thing that'll make me join a Patreon. If I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not waiting a week. I'm so into the story right now that.
Gimme.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just, and we do one bonus episode per month at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your segments going on right now with Matt's True Criminal.
Yes.
And I'm absolutely loving those. We have no idea how we're going to be inserting those into the schedule on a, scheduled basis. Right now, I'm just kind of like, this is funny. Midnight, click.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to do one this week. I didn't have time for I switched. There was some stuff in the news, and we'll get to it next week. But yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Do you want to give a teaser or no?
We'll just say that I never knew there would ever be political fallout from a concert. And I am shocked.
I'm shocked that you didn't know that.
Shocked.
Have you ever heard of the Dixie Chicks?
Oh, that is, yes. That's a big one.
Eminem, we covered him.
Yeah, very true. Very true. And it's funny because with our Patreons, one of the Patreons is one of, if not my oldest, dearest friend by the name of Mr. One, Matthew Wyatt. And we have
never
known
shuts
each other.
up about him.
We have known each other, well, God, since well over 35
I have
years.
shit myself at 2 of his weddings.
I have chased him around an island with poo.
Whose poo?
My poo.
You had poo in your hand.
No, it was on a stick.
Why was poo of yours on a stick?
We were camping on the French River, and it had been about 3 days. And then I pooed, and then I was like, it was in the lake, and you have to shush it away. So you swim, you got your life jacket, and you swim, and you're pooing, and you're swimming, and you're pooing.
You pooed in the water?
Yeah. It's an aqua dump. It is it's like a home birth, I think. It is very
You cannot
satisfying.
make that assumption.
Oh, yeah.
First and foremost, so he's a Patreon of ours?
Yeah.
So he's paying to be in our Patreon group, and you've chased him around with your own human fecal matter.
Yeah, it was almost like a tomahawk. Like it was like a hatchet almost.
That's not the point. That is that you need to gift this man a Patreon membership. He should not be paying. If anything, I'm shocked that he's still your friend without money involved.
Phenomenal dude. Actually, we got some big plans this summer because he's going to. I'm gonna. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna share it. I don't care if he has a problem with it, and he shouldn't have a problem with it. He's getting baptized this summer, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna do it like a
Oh my God,
big
Matt.
ceremony. I've never seen that before.
Please just
Oh, there's no food.
clear the bowels
There will be nothing.
before.
It'll be very. I
You've
promise
gotta
it'll be
do it,
above
Matt.
board. It'll be suit and everything. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I promise.
You wore a suit to the wedding.
That's true. I did shit myself at that wedding in a suit. Yeah. All right. Maybe clothing. Yeah. Okay.
Just not white linens.
You are making some great points.
Thank you so much.
Lulu Jan from Scotland. We love hearing Jan. She's a big commentator on our Facebook page.
She is a lot of fun. But
yeah.
can we clear up? So I think Jan was part of our Patreon, and then she, as time goes on, sometimes you leave and end a membership, and I think she's now rejoined.
Yes.
So before she had joined, and we didn't do her shout out for a really long time, and you led her to believe that was because I hated Scotland.
You're always championing the annexation of Scotland from the UK. And
no, there's not a person in the world that feels like that. I don't think Scotland is a country that people.
William Wallace, ever heard of him? From Braveheart, they may take our lives.
Wasn't he Scottish?
But yes, and he hated the king. He's a right dick.
I honest to God, as a child, used to watch that movie because it's a two-parter too, a VHS. And I used to watch it because I thought Mel Gibson was so hot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and now he is
super
out of his goddamn mind.
I know.
So that aged poorly.
Still making movies though.
Is
there
he
you
really?
go, Hollywood. Oh fuck yeah! Why would they give a shit if you're anti-Semitic or racist?
Because literally every higher up in the movie industry is Jewish.
Yeah, I guess not every one of them. I guess there's still some little shit. Finally, I want to thank Ashley for signing up and joining our Patreon. Ashley S. We love having you aboard.
Matt, you got to do more than that. You had huge stories about the other two.
Well, I have not pooed in front of Ashley. I'm not know where she's from.
$15 tier.
Let me say that. To my knowledge, I have not pooed in front of Ashley.
Yeah.
Maybe she was at the wedding. I don't know.
You gotta. Sorry, you have to bump up your membership if you want that.
That's right.
Matt shitting himself at your special offense isn't free. Unless it is. Unless you're one of those unfortunate people.
Right?
Like Matt, what's his
Platt? Or Wyatt?
Wyatt, yes.
Yeah, Maddie.
Okay.
Maddie Wyatt.
You got anything else you want to talk about?
Yes. One last thing on my agenda.
Is this the cruise?
This is the cruise. Salty Kisses has sent us a note that due to circumstances beyond our control, the true crime portion of that cruise has been canceled. That doesn't mean that the cruise is not going on. The boat's still going to set sail that time with a Halloween theme, but our involvement is no longer going to be going forward. So if you did book already on the chance that we were going to be there as well, you can get a full refund at saltykissestravel.com. This is very disappointing. We're really looking forward to it.
And I'm shocked that the people that we've spoken with that had put down their deposit, that they hadn't been reached out to. I think it was crazy. So apologies from our end. That's not at all what we wanted to hear. We're bummed out about it too.
Yeah.
I had a hotel booked in Charleston for the drive because I was driving to Florida.
Yep.
And I was going to stay in Charleston because I like trashy reality shows and Southern Charms.
Oh God, I love it.
Southern Charms there, so. Oh, that's another thing. Second Handy Mandy, one of our beloved patrons, I'm sure we've talked about her quite a few times. She got me a shirt from Craig Conover's. So he does Sewing Down South.
He's from Southern Charm?
Yeah.
Is he like the star of it?
Yeah, he's like the one. Yeah. And so she got me one of their shirts, and
oh, nice.
It feels like Christmas as a kid. I'm so excited about it.
Hasn't come yet?
No.
Man, I can't wait. Anticipation is killing me.
So speaking of my love of trashy reality shows, there's a new reality show from Bravo, and it's called Next Generation NYC.
Okay.
Basically what it is, and there's a reason I'm telling you this, basically what it is all of the housewives and, some of them are, their parents aren't known, but they're like trust fund babies.
Okay.
And so it's all these kids in like their early 20s, and it's obviously something that's right up my alley.
Nice.
But it's in New York, obviously, and one of the girls there, she's like an event planner, and she was talking about how she planned Anna Delvey's So she called it a clubhouse arrest party. So when she got out of jail after she scammed everyone in New York and ripped people off.
Wait, the girl from our show, the episode that we did?
Right.
I
So
thought
the
that was
girl that we were like, she doesn't even know if she's German or Russian.
Yes.
And she was just ripping off her friends and
Yes.
a bunch of people. So yeah, when she got out of prison
Would never pick up
and
the
was
check.
supposed to be deported,
Oh, yeah.
they were like, oh, you don't want to be? That should be fun. Oh no, she did pick up checks. She picked them up all the time. It's just her cards never worked. And then she was like, let me get you a wire transfer. But yeah, so when she was released from her small time in prison, she was put under house arrest in New York.
Nice.
And she did a big, huge like club house party, and she had a fucking event planner.
Oh my God. That's barf.
So the only reason I brought that up is because sometimes when my true crime world sneaks into like my reality TV world, I'm like, I have to talk about it, even though it's not really that big of a deal.
That's pretty funny.
So before I get into this case, I do want to make a correction because I'm not sure, but I think I may have said that John O'Keefe was a Canton police officer. He was a Boston police officer.
I'm walking off.
And no one can
I'm
blame
walking
me.
off the set.
No one
How?
would blame you.
How dare you
I know.
misappropriate his job?
I'm a piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It's like, what is he? Is he Boston PD? No, or he's Canton. What is he really?
he's Boston.
He's Boston. Right.
Well, he's not anymore because he passed away, sadly.
Spoiler alert.
The beauty in normally when we do two-parters, we do them in the same sitting.
Yeah.
But because I made the genius decision last time to try to cram,
I think it actually was the right decision, though.
except for the fact that you forget everything.
That is a great point.
You forget. So like Matt's like, what are we doing here?
Okay.
Is this the Zodiac killer? It's the Zodiac guy, right?
Is someone the dog talked to him?
But yeah, so that's my only issue. So I do have a lot of recapping. If it feels like I'm recapping a lot, please know that it's for Matt's benefit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm going to get my little chart out here.
But there is, yes, and you're going to need it. And I think you're going to need to make some
Notes on it?
adjustments.
All right.
Yeah. Now, I will say that as we sit here right now, the jury is in deliberation for this case. So I have Google Alerts set up on my phone, which we're using to record. So before we round out the episode today, I will check and see if anything has happened. But let's kind of briefly recap what sadly happened on the morning of John O'Keefe's death, which it was, very, very early. Wow, that microphone, you just took that right off the face, eh?
And he was like, he's like a main character in this. I'm
Sure.
like, spoiler alert. It's like the death around the
Literally
world.
the
Like
most
the most famous crime right now.
And as sad and as awful as it is, arguably because he's, no longer with us, what police force he was on, it doesn't make a huge impact on the story.
But still.
But it is, respectfully, he was a Boston officer. Boston.
Wicked.
Sometimes now I've just been watching so much of the trial, and like the Commonwealth they're from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
The judge is, and like every now and then I just find myself just shouting out random words. Like I have Tourette's. I'm like, you hot.
I'm from Worcester, Mass.
So yes, sadly, John passed away on the very, very early morning of January 29th of 2022. Karen Reed is currently being retried after her first trial was a mistrial after the jury was deadlocked after 27 hours of deliberation.
That just means
They could not.
And you need a full everybody in agreement.
They couldn't. And one thing that's unique about this trial is, so there's 18 jurors. So there's 12 and then there's 6 alternates. Not one of them has missed any time, like nothing.
Oh,
so
wow.
At the end of the day, we still have all 18 if, something changes. Everybody's seen every part of the trial.
Wow.
Including myself. You know what? It's 79% of it is just so boring.
Yes. TV, like, man, when they do court on TV and movies, they do it right.
And I'm like, I'll be watching some black box digital analyzer talk forever. And I'll be like 2 hours into it. And I'm like, I'm going to skip forward like 45 minutes. And then I skip forward and there's like some bombshell that happened.
Yeah, they're like, that was the most crazy, the most salacious thing we've ever seen in the history of
Everybody's
court
like,
TV.
oh! As soon as I get-
Snap!
God damn it. Give me a friggin' time so that I can go back and I don't have to listen to
Jeez.
the chip in the Lexus anymore. Like, holy smolies. So
It just takes them like 45 minutes to do the introductions, I feel like. It's like, hey, state your name, and then what's your official title, and where do you work, and what's the address of that
and
work?
it's the
And can you confirm?
objections.
Yeah.
And then you feel like they're getting to something. So they're asking like every question surrounding that question to get you to a certain point. And I'm just like, I can't.
I would fail on the witness stand of anything. I have a terrible.
It's not like you don't pass.
I have a terrible memory. I am overly confident, which is not helpful when you don't know. So I would definitely.
You bleed blue too.
Yes.
You're like, what do you want me to say?
Officer, what happened?
Okay,
yeah,
I'll say.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You don't plant evidence.
No, it was a
Crazy.
balloon
You'd
knot.
never do something like that.
Balloon knot, you know?
You just get up there wearing your NYPD shirt. Are you an officer? No.
No, I am not, but I respect the hell out of them.
So yeah,